Let's talk about impressions. Yep, I am back to night vlogging. It is currently 9:26, and this is actually a preemptive vlog. It's currently Saturday. By the time you see this, it will be Wednesday. It's like time travel, but backward. I spent last weekend at Crossroads Writers Conference down in Macon, as you may know from last week's blog post. If you haven't read it, you need to. And of course, I have been sick since last Friday, and this is the first time that I have been able to make a vlog and not look like I am dying. I wanted to share with you guys something that happened to me last Friday on the very first day of the Crossroads Writers Conference. It reminded me of something that Delilah Dawson wrote for Chuck Wendig's blog on 25 Humpalicious Ways to Write a Sex Scene, I think. One of the points she made was that the dirtier and raunchier the scene you edit in the coffee shop, the sweeter and nicer and older the little old lady who sits next to you. And of course, the little old lady is very nosy and she knows exactly what you're doing and thinks you're a horrible person. So, the very last panel of Friday, I sit down in the auditorium and this sweet little old lady comes and sits next to me, and she starts telling me how she writes picture books. And she's hoping that the agent, Carrie Howland, can help her figure out how to get an agent. She self-published her first 2 books, and she's looking to find representation to help her move on with her career. And she's telling me how she does it for the love of the children, and she's just this sweet little old lady, and she looks at me and goes, "So what do you write, dearie?" "Horror?" "Oh, you don't look like the type of girl who would write horror." I might not have been writing erotica, but telling a sweet little old granny that I'm a horror writer is kind of like admitting that I'm a serial killer. Because I guess I technically am. Just, fictionally. It's not the first time that somebody has looked at me and told me that I don't look like a horror writer, or that I'm too nice to be a horror writer. Seriously, what do you people think horror writers look like? Should I be carrying around some vague sort of weapon dripping with blood? That seems like it's a bit much. Although it is October, so I could probably get away with it. So I've been thinking a lot about impressions, and how we present ourselves and how we present our writing. I don't write wearing business attire. I'm in pajama pants. But when you go to things like conferences or conventions and you're out in public and not allowed to wear a costume, you need to dress your part. If you've ever met my friend Leanna Renee Heber, you'll know that she spends every day of her life in beautiful Gothic Victorian attire. And that is 100% who she is and what she writes. She has no qualms telling people that if you like the way she dresses, you'll like her books. As someone who spends probably 97% of her time in a work uniform, figuring out how to dress is really oddly challenging. I don't really know how other people dress. I know that I like 1920s cloche hats and monster movies and pinup style, and I wear a batwing eyeliner every day of my life and red lipstick hat.